Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Dipper from Gravity Falls. So Dipper, his head is about the same height as his body. So just making sure that you start in the right position on your paper. So knowing that the center of his body or his neck will be in the center of your page, okay? So just make sure you leave enough room for yourself, okay? So let's start with the eyes. And he's got two big round eyes, okay? And they're equal size. So I'll draw one on one side. And then the second one is just going to touch the other one, okay? There's no overlap, it just touches each other, just like that, okay? And in the center, I'm going to draw one eye, pupil, okay? Just right of center. And then left of center, I'm going to draw the other pupil, okay? And just below this, I'm going to draw his nose. So it's basically an unfinished circle. So I'll start, it just sits right in the middle, in between the eyes. So it'll come around like this. And I'm going to stop it right when it just passes that touch point on that eye. All right? And for the mouth, I'm going to draw a diagonal line just under that nose, and I'll connect it with a curve, just like so. All right? And then for the teeth, I'm just going to put in a curve for the upper part of the teeth, and then a curve for the bottom for his tongue. And I'm going to go in and color that in. All right? There we go. And then under each eye, he has a little bit of a bag, so I'm just going to draw a little short curve on either side, okay? And what I'd like to do from this point is start with the outside curve of his head, okay? So I'm just going to start up above his eye here and come down. He's got sort of a pear-shaped head, so it kind of comes around like this and it'll come up just around to the other side of the mouth, all right? And then from here, we start blocking in his hair. So just around eye height, he's got a couple curves just like that. Okay, so there's a big tuft of hair on one side, and then I'm going to draw a curve here for his ear. Okay, so if you imagine like a circle, it kind of goes behind his head. All right, and then just below here, I'm going to draw a little thing like this for the back of his hair. Okay, now let's go to the other side, and just like I have on here, I'm going to draw another tuft of hair on this side, but this is sort of in front of his face. So I'm going to start just above the, around the same height as the eye, on the left side. I'm going to do a couple curves, just like that, okay? And then I'm going to draw in his ear. So if you see, imagine the size of this ear, I'm just going to do that on this side, just like that, okay? And then from here, I'm just going to curve that around and just finish off that tuft of hair. And then I'm going to draw another circle, just like I did on this side, or a partial circle below the ear for the back of his hair. Okay, so now let's go up here. I'm going to draw the brim of his hat. So this is kind of like a curve that kind of comes down and up, and I'll wrap that around to the side of his head, just like that. Okay? Now he's got a bit of hair that comes down in the front, so if I start here, I'll do 1, 2, 3 little loops. Okay? And then I can go back and finish the top part of his head, just like that. Okay? Let's draw some eyebrows. So I'm going to draw sort of an upward curve for one side, and then here you'll just see a little bit kind of curving upward. Okay? From here, where the brim of the hat meets the hair, I'm going to start from here and draw a curve that goes all the way up until it tapers out to nothing. At the top. And then right about this point, okay, so his hat comes up. It's sort of blockish, but we'll go up, come to a point, and we'll come out again and come down, just above that brim. Okay? I'm going to put the little bud above the hat. We'll draw a line down like this. Okay? And then he's got a little tree, like a logo of a tree on his hat. So it kind of comes like this, kind of like an arrow. And then it gets a little bit bigger, and it comes out again. And it gets tucked in behind the brim of the hat. Okay? Let's get into the body. So on either side of the jaw, I'm just going to draw two sort of curves like that. Okay? And then we'll come down. Remember, his head is about the same height as his body, so his feet will kind of come down to about here. So that means his waist will be about this side. So I'm going to come down with a curve out on either side. I'll curve out the bottom, just like so. And I'm going to sort of give it a curve, but it's kind of going pretty much straight up. Okay? Just like that. And then just below the neck, I'm just going to create a little curve connecting the two parts for his shirt. And then at this point here is where his belt line will be. Okay, so now inside are shorts. So just below here, again, remember, you have to pay attention to where your feet are going to be. So you want to make sure you have enough space. So right about here is where the bottom of his pants are. So I'll draw a straight line across. And then on either side, 2 straight lines that come past that line. And I'll curve out the bottoms on either side. And I'll come straight up. And you'll see that there's a little bit of an overlap here. Okay, and that's what we want. Right? So for his legs, I'm going to start inside a little bit. And as you can see, I'm going back and forth just to make sure that I'm always getting the same size and the same length of my lines. And then along the bottom, I'm going to draw 2 curves for his feet. A curve up on either side. Okay. And this is where the tongue of his shoe is. So I'm just going to draw a little bit of a half circle, just like that. Okay. I'm going to come to the top of these half circles, and I'm going to finish off his legs. Alright. And from here, I'm going to go straight across, come up halfway up the leg, draw a line straight across here, and I'll draw a little line for detail in the socks. Okay. Then here, I'm just going to thicken up the bottom of his shoes, just like that, and I'll draw 2 little angled lines for his laces. Let's get into the arms. The arms are very simple, okay? So we already have the inside part of his arm. We just now want the outside. So we'll come out a little bit, and go straight down with a bit of a curve, just about the bottom of his pants length, okay? And from here, I'm just going to draw a curve up, and I'll draw a little nub for his thumb, and I'll connect to that inside line of his jacket, or the outside line of his jacket. And from here, I can just draw 2 little lines, okay? And from here, I will draw a line here for this sleeve of his shirt. And we'll do the exact same thing for the other side. So let's start again. Come down, okay? Making sure that I come down to the same height as that hand. Curl around. I'll draw a nub for his thumb, and I'll finish that off, connecting that inside part of the jacket. And I'll draw 2 fingers like that, so the 2 lines. And there we have it. There is Dipper from Gravity Falls. Please, if you guys like this show, because I can't really tell, give us a like, and I'll continue to do more shows like this. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.